I've always wondered what was in this shack.
Have you now?
Figured it was just some old shack at first, but every time I asked what was in there, you haven't been forthcoming.
I have not, no.
Tried to take a look in the window once.
Did you now? Ta-da! Beautiful, right?
Pop machines. Here I figured you had a deep, dark secret.
We have a deep, dark secret. This here is one of my hobbies.
What, collecting them?
Well, sure, I collect them, I guess, but that's not really the point.
Is there a point to any hobby?
It depends. What I meant was that it's no fun to just collect them. I fix them up. That's where the real fun is.
Makes sense.
You got any hobbies yourself?
Me?
Well, who else am I talking to?
I mean, who doesn't have hobbies?
Well, what's yours?
Reading, I guess?
Reading isn't a hobby.
Of course it's a hobby. What do you think libraries are for?
Everyone reads. Heck, I read the paper every day. But reading isn't a part of your personality. It's just a thing people say they do when they don't have any other hobbies.
You really believe that?
Mm-hmm. I knew someone who read every single day. She said she loved the smell of books, the texture of the pages on her fingers. She even bound books. Her hobby wasn't reading, it was books.
You put too much thought into this.
Well, a hobby is something you do because you're passionate about it. If it's something you're not wholly in love with, then you're still trying to figure out what your hobby is.
So, you got a problem with my passion?
No, you said I guess. No one says I guess when they love something.
Is love a requirement for a hobby?
Absolutely. Love's a requirement for many things.
And so you love fixing soda machines?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Why?
It relaxes me.
I don't know, soda machines. It's an unusual thing for a man to want to fix. Don't people get paid to fix them?
It is unusual, but when the missus and I would get into fights, or when things was bad, or I was anxious, I don't know. Well, Sadie's sister, once she passed, told me that it was all right to cry, that it wasn't weakness, that it was okay, and I remember sitting there in that empty living room with everyone murmuring and telling me how sorry they were, and I didn't feel like I needed to cry.
Didn't you miss her?
Of course I did. Still do, but I don't know. Not everybody needs.
What's the wheelbarrow for?
Hauling.
Hauling what?
Fertilizer.
And what are we going to do with this fertilizer?
We are going to fertilize. Well, not now, it's October, but we're going to put it in a nice big pile where it belongs.
We?
Well, you did say you wanted to help.
Yeah, guess I did.
So help. Pick up that shovel over there. We'll shovel it in, wheel it out, dump it, and we're good.
And you do this every day?
Mm-hmm. Most every day.
And you want to keep doing this every day?
It's my routine.
Shoveling shit?
Someone's got to do it.
That isn't the first time you've told me that. Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know, I did some digging on you, personally, not the shit kind. Know what I found?
I reckon you'll tell me.
You went back. What happened that day in the valley?
You saw the report. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Come on.
No.
Suit yourself. You got a medal. You didn't have to go back. Had a wife and kid here. In a time where most of us were trying to figure out how to stay home. You went back.
You going somewhere with this?
Think it'd be fun if you told me why? While we're shoveling shit?
I was recon. You know that, I reckon. Was in the hospital, staring at the ceiling, magazines next to me on the bed. And I had this, moment. A moment of clarity.
A revelation.
Uh-huh. And the revelation was this. Them protesters weren't doing a damn thing. The hippies and the bands weren't changing anything. You know who was?
The Vietnamese? The Russians?
No. The news. You hit someone hard enough day in, day out with the realities of war, pretty soon they'll tire of it. Vietnam, that was our first time.